YungWaff.
Do you subscribe
YungWaff on the dock. What the fuck?
That is a throwback.
This is a throwback. And White Monster misses Puff. Come on now, come on. And he's still got the GG in. It's over, man.
We love to see it.
We do like the Golden State Warriors, though, still.
I mean,
Jimmy Buckets.
Butler, they've got Jimmy Buckets.
Jimmy Buckets was playing for the Bulls when I still lived in Chicago. And now he's still playing, what is he, 34?
He's a pretty old guy. He's, I think, 34, 35. He has one of the highest foul rates. He goes to the free throw line a real lot.
He gets fouled?
He gets fouled a lot.
It's because people want to teach him a lesson.
He's a bit of a foul baiter, but he is not persona non grata in terms of fouling. He's not public enemy number one.
Who's number one?
Well, number 0 on the PR would be Joel Embiid, but he is his career might be cooked. But he was the most hated foul baiter.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think that he was as egregious as, well, he's very egregious, but James Harden was more egregious. And
years ago, somebody asked me which Melee player, which basketball player is most like Hungry Box. Do you remember my answer?
No.
Me neither. But I looked through the stats, and I picked somebody who had a very high rate of being fouled and a very high three-pointer percentage.
Honestly, it sounds like James Harden to me.
It might have been.
And someone who
is a bit, and I looked at his face too, and I was like, that's a little bit like if you were like looking, I don't know. Hungry Box is not like that really anymore, but there was a time.
There was a time. Well, I actually, so James Harden, when he was MVP, when he was
people didn't like him.
He was not well liked at all. He was.
Yeah.
He was
I figured that people wouldn't like a foul player who shoots threes.
He was, and he is known for his step back, which it is taking advantage. It's not taking advantage. It is in the rule book. but it looks like traveling. It is technically legal, and people said this is not. That's
He's
traveling.
ledge stalling.
He's doing something that is allowed, but we don't like it, and we don't like it even though that we're not willing to change the rules.
Yes.
He's doing that. He's getting fouls, and guess what? He has not been as good recently, but he's still been good. He is an underrated threat. He is someone who, at any given point, could have a pretty bad game, or could put up,
or could be on a championship team.
He could put up 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 13 assists, right?
He
and
could be a good role player on a team.
Is that not what we're seeing from HBox? Someone who, at any given day, could beat Cody, but maybe
not twice.
Probably not going to beat Cody. James Harden, I think.
Those sets are getting close, though. I don't know. I'm starting to think H-God is kind of back. I don't know what's changed.
I need to see it in a tournament with Zane Dog.
I didn't say that. I didn't say he'd beat Zane. I think he could beat Cody.
He beat Cody last year. Did it twice.
If he could beat Cody, well, I think he could have a winning record on Cody by the end of this year.
I think it's possible. I wouldn't say it's likely.
I would say last year I put that probability at like 5%. This year, 25. That is an incredible.
I want to go 25, but it's higher than 5.
They're tied. If their sets keep going to game 5, it's a coin flip. 1-1. He beat him at Genesis, but lost to Battle BC in a comeback by Cody.
Didn't he beat him twice at Battle BC?
He might have. I don't want to think about that, though. I don't think that that's relevant.
If you beat someone twice in the same tournament, basically once.
It's basically once. They didn't have time to learn.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's not. You can't lose twice in the Super Bowl.
And if you go
but
one
if you could, the Chiefs would. They
got they freaking bad ball.
34-0, 40-6. Oh, I don't care what the actual final score says.
We love Philadelphia, don't we, folks?
The city of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, as they call it.
Yeah. But it's not gay. That's what they're saying.
The Phillies also okay. They
actually,
the pride flag.
Philadelphia is very gay.
They have a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Very nice part. And now it is not the.
I'm thinking of like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's not the predominant pride flag, but there was a time where the most popular pride flag was from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia pride flag, of course.
YungWaff takes game 1.
He's probably thinking of Philly.
He's thinking of Philly, for sure.
He's thinking.
He's thinking that game took a long time. Maybe I play Fox.
He's thinking of Allen Iverson. Yes, bro. He's thinking of Allen Iverson. He's thinking of Hall & Oates.
I'm happy Waff is here. Mango was on the Uber over, which means Mango.
There's no public
Waff.
transportation that he could have taken.
Not really. There's a shuttle, but that's the closest you can get is a ride share. It's Indiana, man.
I'm just having fun. The real one that you're self-reporting if you take an Uber.
Can I admit, I take an Uber for the last leg. When I've reached the train stop.
Because you're going to the San Jose train station. I'm talking about people who go to SFO.
Yeah, that's
Buddy, take the Caltrain.
Yeah.
It's like 11:25.
Yeah. And there is a bus for that last leg, but I didn't take it this year because I was late.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I take the Caltrain. I kind of don't love getting to the venue from that San Jose Different.
Yeah, they need to get to the last stop.
I know you can. I've taken the light rail. I know you can take the light rail.
I like the light rail.
I've also Ubered.
I wish that Genesis was in Oakland. Solve all of this.
I love Oakland Genesis. One of my favorite tournaments. Shine in Boston on the harbor kind of has to be number 1.
No, it doesn't. It could be Oakland.
It's not Oakland, though.
Okay.
Although I will say, Oakland, great. Shine.
Pretty good.
Shine, I paid $30 for a lobster roll, and it was like, we're living it up. I told myself that Shine was the bougie major. And now, it doesn't even exist. And this stock might not exist soon the way that WAF is playing.
Let's see.
Yeah, honestly,
who's your favorite commentator right now? Who's your least favorite? And your favorite?
My least favorite, myself. My favorite, myself. Honestly.
Well,
I think I oscillate between both. Oscillate. What would we had a little bit of a game where we were talking about players with like you come up with a word and you say what if a player had this tag, who would they name? If a player had the tag oscillate, who would they name?
Sheik and Zelda.
That is interesting. I think that there is a, people might say oscillate, well, it's ossify, it's Mark. But I think you're right, it is not Mark. I don't know if I agree with the Zelda. Do you want to hear a crazy one?
Yeah.
Outside chance of a Luigi.
Okay. Peach. Game & Watch.
Peach is
Fox.
oscillating. I don't know if I could see a Peach named Oscillate.
I think a Peach named Oscillate would make sense.
It would make too much sense.
But it's a little bit of a Fox tag, to be honest with you.
I don't know, it's no Mercurial. Mercurial's a
Fox
tag
is loving
character.
8.
Oh, you think it's 12 and 8? The number 8?
That would be good.
changes things.
That's pretty good.
My Luigi theory is working better. If it's spelled with the letter 8, I think that's more Luigi than not.
I like Dreamline clapping.
I know you do.
So back air strong, kills from center stage at 126%. Everything before that, you got to be in the right spot on the map. So right here, back air. Just start back airing. Doesn't matter. Oh, okay, soft nair.
Nair, you like Nair?
No.
You like
Soft.
Nair?
Soft. Just back air.
It might be harder said than done. Nair?
It's better than nair.
Okay. I like that he keeps threading that up tilt. But Mrs. Puff, not the first time at the rodeo.
Yeah. I mean, WAF is up by so much that you really can't do whatever you want, but I'd like a bear.
Okay, there we go.
Coming off the top with bear.
We were doing a little shadow boxing for a little bit, but gets the bear to shoot up there. Already working on the last stock. You probably feel pretty good if you're WAF right now.
Yeah.
Just in general. Not even in the game. Just in life.
I think so. I think I've talked to WAF a lot in the past week, and I don't know if that's true, but I do think that coming here and being able to like focus the day up on Melee, looking forward to Mango comms tomorrow, I think all that is gonna lift the spirits.
It's helpful to have things to look forward to.
Yeah, and to have friends to see. You
It's
know?
one of the wonderful things about majors is that when we say goodbye to our friends, I say, I'll see you at the next, I'll see you at Bravo, I'll see you at whatever. And it is, when I see friends from high school I never see, I go, it's so great seeing you. We got to see each other more, whatever. We got to like find ways to, there's a weird finality to that type of thing, and there's a weird like, who knows?
We could be lost forever.
But there's not a finality at Melee. And
No.
it might be our last major, who knows? But if I'm saying goodbye to Melee Stan, I say, I'll see you at this, I'll see you at that. Like, what are you going to next? I love the question, what are you going to next?
It's very special. I think that to me is the reason why I don't see myself leaving Melee, is I like to see my friends. And I like to put on a show.
If there's something next.
There will be something eventually.
There's always something.
And if there isn't, I'll make it. I'll make it.
The Zilla.
Data is magic.
I like seeing that Dreamland was not the play. Some people have subscribed to the theory that your best counter pick is your best counter pick. You should never handicap yourself by not going to it. But I also like the theory that if you just got kind of whopped, whopped is fine, I don't know why. If you got mollywopped on a stage, I like the theory that change it up.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, hi,
I'm
Jack.
saying hi to my niece,
Hello,
and she
Jack.
smiled. And I don't think that's it. Oh, she's fogging? She's fogging? That's pretty cute.
And, I mean, Mrs. Puff already in a better position than they were last game.
Mrs. Puff is a baller tag for a Jigglypuff player. I know we've avoided it. We're trying not to be trite.
It's a good tag.
Let's give credit. Mrs. Puff.
Why, SpongeBob, why?
You know what? Patrick gives good driving advice that episode. How does he fucking know?
Great question.
Big toe.
He is kind of... early Patrick can veer. This is also like not the first.
The Flanderization of Patrick.
I want to get back to Flanderization in a second because I want to create a list of all the terms that we use that has an example as the name of it, and yet when we give the term, we use a different example. The list right now is Flanderization and Mandela effect. Every time that someone says Mandela effect, if someone goes, what is it? They go, well, you know the Berenstain Bears. They never go, well, you remember how we all thought Nelson Mandela died and he didn't, right? Because it's a horrible example. Now, Flanderization, I don't think it affects Flanders as much as it affects like Joey Tribbiani from Friends or something, right?
Yes,
like,
or Kevin from The Office.
There are so many better examples that I want to create a list of all the things that we've used an example as the term, and it is not the best example.
But it's like I'm not going to call it Kevinization.
No, it's a good term. It has a snappy name. It is just interesting that there are better examples than the one that has coined the term. Anyway, I was going to say, SpongeBob, Patrick in the early going has a bit of an early George Costanza in that if you watch the early Seinfeld episodes, Jerry's asking George for a lot of advice, which is very odd because George is in a position that would usually be what, people would not ask advice from that person. But it was an interesting dynamic, and I think that SpongeBob also had he was willing to hear his friend, and he was going to advice from his friend, honestly, what's the best advice Patrick could give?
Yeah.
I mean, he owned his own house.
So did SpongeBob.
So did SpongeBob. So did the real estate down at the Bikini Bottom.
It's pretty good. A lot of single-family detached homes, though.
Also, those 3 houses next to each other. Nothing else around.
Mrs. Puff on the board.
Mrs. Puff on the board. And the Falco. This is the third character we've seen from YungWaff.
And perhaps the final.
Perhaps the final. I do like it. I think that Falco on Yoshi's is a really good counter to Puff. Obviously, we've seen Puffs, top level Puffs, like acclimate to Yoshi's in a way that is mitigating the ceiling. Right? Like, you ever seen CPU Zero on Yoshi's?
Yeah.
I don't know if Mrs. Puff is that level of Jigglypuff to be able to turn this into like an even stage. I think that this still is going to be very strong for Brandon.
Yeah.
But you have to think, switching characters so many times, is that going to kind of put him on his back foot?
At Full Bloom 2, YungWaff was hosted by Weeaboo's stepdad. And I remember very much it being like such a big deal because we explicitly tried to get players to come to that tournament. We were paying for like 3 people. And we wanted people that were both easy to work with, would give the event like a fun narrative, and might come back.
Yeah.
So that was Lucky, YungWaff, and X. And after Weeaboo's stepdad was playing Homemade Waffles, he said it totally changed his opinion of Falco's grab. He said, I was getting grabbed all the time. This was in Falco Chic.
Yeah.
And I always liked that it was such a strong, there were not a lot of good players who had ever come to Bloomington.
We love a revelation.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing to see something that you maybe always knew, but you couldn't quite put the pieces of how you knew it together.
Spiritual in a way.
I was going to say it's a lot like how I felt at the learning economics and economics classes. It's like all these pieces all individually make sense, but I never thought about how they work together. It's very fun. It's a fun way to learn.
Where'd you take economic classes?
Here at Indiana University,
How about that?
the Kelly School of Business. There were 2 economics schools, basically, one in SPIA, School of Public and Environmental Affairs, and one in Kelly. And my teacher would point down the hall where the finance majors were within the Kelly School, and he would say, our job is to stop them from ruining the world. And so that's always what I thought of as economics. Oh!
We love it. Well, there's a bit of a stock exchange going on there.
That's right. 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
I'm a believer in suicide trades as when you have the stock lead. I think they're super underexplored, and if you had AlphaGo for Melee, I think over time they would do it a lot.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, You ever seen Santi?
No? Well,
The
yes.
Santi torpedo?
Yeah, that's true.
The missile or whatever it was?
I was I don't know if you remember my ballot, but there's a year I put Santi at like 29 or something, or 20 when everybody else had him in the 50s, and I was like, I'm right.
This is when
I was right.
This is when you put CPU 0 26
Nope, that's
year.
different, and that was an accident.
Can I tell you, can I reveal one thing?
What?
Because we are going to be on the YouTube channel of Mrs. Puff versus YungWaff.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not going to I think it's a great set with great commentary. Maybe not going to be viral on YouTube.
Sure.
So it's not a lot of people I'm confiding to. In 2018, maybe, I was doing my ballot, and I looked up the results and data for X -1, X being the number of players on the ballot. Because I got to Squid, and I said, buddy, I think I know Squid's results. I think I know Squid's results. I don't know why I felt so confident, but I was like, yeah, Squid, I got a good handle on him. Put him 85.
And Waff wins, which means I got to find us some commentators to take off.
I put him 85.